Yep, that's right. Eagles wear boxing. Y'all know what it is. Yep. Yeah, we up here in here again. Yeah, what we doing? We in here on a Friday night or Friday afternoon, whatever it might be in your neck of the woods. Yep, but salute to Michael Johnson, Boxing Talking More. I don't know if he's still here, but salute to him. He came in and threw his salute out real quick. And salute to the chat, have, whoever might be here and is gonna respond, and whoever's not here is not gonna respond. And got another salute out there to Derek Bailey. I seen him pop in. What's up, champ? I see champ. This is June. I'm just thinking now, June, February. So let's say when we had the championship. I think it was in January or February. Yep. So it's gonna be strap season up in Eagles Way of Boxing again. Okay, Michael said I'm here. yeah. So Michael Johnson Boxing Talk. He comes in every once in a while. He still hang with us. Even after a lot of the controversies and stuff had went down, he still recognizes that, hey, there's still real people around. I'm not going to let people dictate what I do. And as far as myself, I forgive. I'm not that hard on people. I know some people are a little bit younger than other people, or they just don't have the upbringing and stuff like that to when it comes to certain stuff. But people that pretend, like if you have your own forum and you pretend like you're a grown-ass man, and then you do young ass man stuff, then I'm probably ain't gonna mess with you. When you pretending like, oh, I'm a grown man, but you're doing young ass man stuff. And I just wanted to say off bat that this whole thing with the Floyd Mayweather, it's just becoming. I'll be glad when it's over with, and I just hope he doesn't fight no more. Just stop, man. It's just over with, man. Let it go, man. You guys are doing too much. And another thing they doing is they beefing up Pacquiao like a lot, not just a little bit. God dang, why is my nose itching so much? I hope I'm not irritated to the soap. Am I irritated to the soap? I hope not, because I got some good soap, y'all. I'll send y'all the description if y'all ask, because you're gonna look. As a man, you're gonna like this soap. I'm telling you, this soap that I use, you're gonna like this. Don't ask me where you can get it, because I know stores are different, but you guys ask me about it. I'm gonna tell you, and it lasts a long time too, though. For not the fragrance, it's not really heavily scented or nothing like that, and it's more it's organic, man. It's as far as like the smell, it's not like sandalwood or something like that, which is a little bit too earthy. This is kind of earthy, but it's just good, man. It's like real refreshing, but light enough for a guy. I mean, not all like heavy. Girls like to be all perfumed up and shit. Sometimes I'm like, I don't like that when the girls is too perfumed up. I'm like, girl, you got like a little bit too much perfume on. Yeah, it's a little bit too much. We're gonna talk about it though. We'll talk about these some little bit of this BS. Y'all hold on just 1 second. Just 1 second. Yeah, I got things in the mail that I'm expecting, man. I love mail. I don't know about y'all, but I love some mail, man. Yeah, I'm saying I love some mail, man. I love to be expecting like something in the mail. Like I'm expecting this to come through the mail. I love it. That's my thing, man. My whole thing is mail. Ever since we've been, ever since we had to stay at home a lot, I'm like, I look forward to like, not your regular mail, but like packages. I'm like always looking for something. And when I say mail, all of it, don't matter, whatever it is, FedEx, UPS, DHL, or whatever. They got so many different companies. I have a lot of them that come over to the business, and it's just different companies come over, and I'm like always looking for it. I like my personal stuff. I don't like all the stuff just for business, but I like my just personal stuff. I order something, I'm like, okay, it'll be here. I don't even trip. Like, I know it's gonna be 3 weeks, 6 weeks, whatever. I don't even trip about that. I just like, no, I'm expecting something. You see, I'm just expecting something. Hey, I'm expecting something to come through the mail. That's it. Just come on in. Yeah. It's kind of funny because we was just talking about farming and stuff, and then I was reading. So I'm reading in boxing news. So here's boxing news. And JB Williamson. He was got interviewed, and he's saying that he would have whooped Foreman's big ass if he hadn't got tired. I'm like, we just talked about Big George like that, and a lot of people that think that they was gonna whoop George, you wasn't gonna whoop George. Even if you thought you was gonna whoop George, it might seem like you're gonna whoop George, but only one person put George out. One fighter, only one. Even the younger fighters didn't. Y'all tell you, y'all get mad if you want to. Yeah, but we know Williamson. We know he was light heavyweight. But they, a lot of times the light heavyweights. That's what we haven't looked at. Now I'm thinking about that because the light heavyweights in, I'm gonna say back in, wow, all the way back, 60s. I'm saying that almost as far back as you can go. I'll just do the cutoff. I'll do the cutoff like we'll say 50s, and this 1950s, from the 1950s all the way up until maybe 2000, 1990, 2000, right? That the yeah, itchy face, man. Put two different soaps together. Yeah, up until like the 90s, maybe 2000, that light heavyweights did have to come up, and they just skipped cruiser. I mean, because cruiser wasn't existing way back in the 50s, but I'm saying that they just skipped. They had to come up. And see now we kind of nailing. So that's one of the things that's wrong with boxing right now. That's one of the things that's wrong with boxing. I mean, the guys don't really have to move up. But what are they moving up to? Let me ask y'all the question. So what are they moving up to? Is the prestige of boxing, is it still in the heavyweights? That's why I had to turn around for that one. Is the prestige of boxing, is that still with the heavyweights? And if not, which weights is it with? Yeah. So that's the question to you guys. Anybody who wants to answer that, you guys feel welcome to answer that. And then of course I'll bring up my point. I like to ask questions, and then I come right back, with the answer. You know what I mean? I'll come right back with my take on it, which our take is probably going to be similar. We're going to have similar things that we're going to talk about when it comes to this whole boxing thing. Our idea, hey, this is still our sport. We're on one way, we're on one side of it, and somebody else is on the other side. And and this is another question that I don't know, because it's just like with Lomachenko. that they tried to erase his, they tried to erase his, try to erase his loss, but then now he ends up with more. Now he got more. Now they can't do nothing about it. Well, Floyd Mayweather is supposed to be. They say that he's 50 and 0, and some people say that legally that he's 51 and 0 because McGregor got his boxing license to fight professional. Now this one won't count. But in your opinion, should the 51, should that count? Should him beating up Conor McGregor, should that count? Yeah. I don't like a lot of these terms that people. I'm gonna read some of the stuff. I'm gonna go off of like what boxing news, some of the stuff that they say. Then of course I ask the question. You gotta get back. Yes, I get a question. Yes, I get a answer from you guys. Okay, Derek Beatty, what it do? Okay, let me read what everything y'all wrote so far. Anyway, Derek Beatty said salute Iggs Way Boxing. Derek Beatty salute at Michael Johnson Boxing Talking More. Michael Johnson Boxing Talking More say I'm here. And then then he said Derek Beatty, he said what it do? And then Derek Beatty said not really. They're not holding up the torch or nothing like that. They holding up the torch. And it depends on who you talk to. Yeah. Depends on who you talk to. But and that's the second part. That's the second question. But the first question about if the heavyweights are holding up their part of the bar. You see, we're all in this shit as this is a bargain. You know what I mean? This is our bargaining as far as fans and new media and stuff like that. This is the way that we bargain to figure out these, what's going on in boxing. And that's part of our bargaining is the heavyweight. You guys are part of the picture. You guys are, matter of fact, the heavyweights should actually, they should cloud the picture so heavily to where any other fight at any other weight that you have to more or less research and look because the news for those fights aren't as big as the news for the heavyweight fight. Remember that back in the day, this is before all of us, but anyway, they used to have the big billboards and stuff, or the big posters, and they would have like the headliners, which would probably be heavyweights. They have this huge, the huge print for the heavyweights or whoever was headlining. They have the huge print, and they do that to an extent now, but it's not the difference is not as big as it was. And they would have the bigger pictures of each other and stuff like that. And everything would be on the top for them, right? And then they have their picture, and then they have little small print, maybe a smaller picture of the undercards. See, that's why we look at heavyweights. But now the way we're looking at heavyweights is like, I mean, there's no big poster no more. In our mind, there's no headline. The headline is so tainted because of all the stuff that's happening, all the stuff that. We so-called say it happened to Wilder, all the stuff that happened to Fisher's Fury. It's just too much. And just those two names in Anthony Joshua, man. And I'm going to tell you something, man, to have three of should be the biggest names in boxing, man. They all of them, each and every last one of them has a bit of clown in them. You know what I mean? They got a little bit of clown. They got a little bit of clown in them. They need to get more serious. But anyway, down to Michael Johnson's boxing talk, he said it depends on who you talk to, and that was the next question was more or less about Floyd. So a lot of people say, and then Derek Beatty said, I think so. He said, but they didn't count it. Yeah, but I'm just saying which form counts it because I know that they say that he is he's actually described as 51 and 0. And then he's also described as 50 and 0. So I don't know. I don't know which one is legally is it 51. That's what I'm saying. That's good to figure. Is Floyd Mayweather legally 51 and 0 in professional boxing, or is he just legally 50 and 0? And because this one doesn't count. I mean, even if he lost, got knocked out or whatever, it's nothing. But it's another setup. You guys already know it's a setup. He's setting this kid up. This kid thinks I'm big, strong. I mean, ain't no way of what, man. people got to understand, man. It don't matter, man. You better look at some of these light heavyweights that's fighting, or middleweights that's fighting. Like these big guys just come into the gym and think they want to throw hands, and they don't have no technique and shit like that. They just come in the gym, think they're gonna beat a middleweight because they weigh 250 pounds, and they end up going to sleep. That shit's crazy. All right, so those two things, those out the way. Yep. But Daniel Dubois has actually, he's taken some inspiration from Derek Chisora. Remember, we talk about Derek Chisora, and we talk about, how he just comes to fight. And I read that statement about him. I'm not interested. Paraphrasing, I'm not interested in no kind of titles. I just want to fight. So he just want to get in there and bang. He just want to get in there and fight. He loves to fight. And we have a lot of, we got a lot of fighters that's running from fights that don't want to fight. So Dubois, I'm gonna tell you what. I don't know how many of the Webb family or anybody that's in boxing. I don't know how many of us trust you, and I don't know how many of us is giving you this other opportunity for as like chances to, we're gonna give you the benefit of the doubt. I just don't know. But for me, I think I'm gonna go ahead and put you on the benefit of the doubt, just because a lot of times what happens is when you never hit that controversy. So you never hit a controversy, and so what happens when you never hit a controversy? Then you never have to react. So I'll put it this way. But you hit a controversy, and although your reaction wasn't the best reaction, maybe because it was panic or something like that, but because it was your first time, I think the fans and myself, the fans of boxing, I think we can go ahead and give you, far as an extension on your abilities and stuff, and we're not going to necessarily discount that you quit, but we're going to put like a little asterisk by it. And so we so gracious enough in here, because it's grown folks chat, we're gracious enough to say asterisk and say first time that you ran into a controversy. Because remember, now the reason I can do this, because remember, Muhammad Ali's first championship with Sonny Liston. That he was going on, he was in there crying. I mean, not crying with tears, but he was in there like complaining. I mean, but he was making a statement like, "Oh, I want to expose boxing and stuff like that." Paraphrasing, that he wanted to do all these things because he felt that he was being cheated. See, but the difference, a freaking 22-year-old heavyweight went through all that because good trainer and stuff said, no, this is a heavyweight championship of the world, son. You can't just give this up like that. And so what he did is he went ahead and fought. And we know the rest is history. And that was at 22. Speaking of 22, when people get on Devin Haney, hey, he's only 22. He went through his little bit of controversy. He made it through it. It's just going to make him better. So for you guys that might have had a better chance of beating him, your chances just went down. So if somebody had you, if somebody had you 1.5 to 1, if somebody had you ahead, guess what? Now you're even or you're on the other side now. You're either even or you're on the other side. And there you go. Because some champions and some fighters take the controversy and they roll with it a different way. Whether it's them personally or even their training or their trainers. And sometimes your trainer, or it's like, especially if it's your dad, they try to protect you. Once you get hurt, they want to stop it. And if that's the case, they shouldn't be your trainer and they shouldn't be in boxing. Because sometimes you got to get hurt. You got to just figure it out. Let's give them a couple of more punches and stuff like that. I'll see you down there. Yasser Hussein is up in the house, y'all. Y'all better recognize. Salute to Yasser Hussein. Let me go back up here. Depends on who you talk to. Read that note, and then I didn't think so, but he counted. Okay, did they count the little Japanese kid he beat up? That's a good question. Because, well, I think that was considered an exhibition too. So I don't think they counted it. I'll just go out there and say I think that was considered an exhibition because it was only a few rounds. It didn't last no time. That little kid got beat up so quick. He just had the wrong game plan, and that's how Paul's gonna do too. Whatever his name is, Logan or Jake, whoever this guy is fighting, he's gonna do the same thing. The adrenaline, he's gonna get the adrenaline rush. And see, the worst thing to do is the first round get it like a heavy adrenaline rush right before that bell hits, and you come just firing and stuff because Mayweather's already ready for that. And actually, that depletes you. No matter how good a shape you get into, that actually depletes you because it makes it to where it's almost like an Olympic event, which is let's say, for instance, the 100 meters or something, or even 200. But we'll use 100 because 100 does deplete you because you use all your strength so fast. So 100-meter dash. And so you're in the 100-meter dash, and that gun goes off. You're just firing, because all that adrenaline rush. You just letting everything, all you got. See, at the end of the race, you can't even talk. At the end of the race, it takes you a while to recover. So once you boxing, you're gonna come out and do the same thing. You got 1 minute to recover. So after that minute, you're still huffing and puffing, and you might come out with it. You might get another adrenaline rush, right? And you didn't accomplish what you wanted to accomplish. So third round, you're doing the same thing. But this time you get the adrenaline rush, and now you're getting timed and everything else. That's if you're not an athletic person, not athletic, but if you're not a boxer, that's what's gonna happen. You're gonna come out tired by third. Fourth round, you probably gonna be sleeping. Get your ass out there and fight. That's right, Derek Mason. Get your ass out there and fight. Hey, don't let Derek Mason start. Yeah, they put that "get your ass out there and fight," and I still didn't send you that picture. Man, I'm gonna send it to you guys. I think I know which one you're talking about. I may do it tonight. I'm trying to finish up on something. One of my the sister, she's very interested in this one hat I just finished, and I'm gonna put that one up today, and I'll probably put it up with that little chain or whatever. So I think that's one you was inquiring about. Yep. And I'll have another live event out here again, close to me, which is good, at the end of the month. Yeah. Yeah. But get your ass out there and fight. That's right. Get your ass out there. So, no, I was about to say Derek. Yeah, but Derek is going to fight. But Dubois, get your ass out there and fight. That's right. Y'all sir say salute, Eagle. And then Yasser Hussein said salute the fam at Derek Brady, and salute that Derek Brady said salute at Yasser Hussein. Hey, don't forget Michael Johnson's Boxing Talking more, Yasser. Don't be coming up in here hating, man. Matter of fact, let me see if I got my hate yet. Derek Brady didn't tell me if I got my hate yet. Because now Yasser is here, so I might have my hate by now. He said, do I have my hate yet? Nope, I don't have my hate yet. Nope, I got all clean folks so far. So my mods and whoever else is coming through, yeah, nothing but proper etiquette so far. Yeah, but we're gonna see what it do. But these fighters, right? Get your ass out there and fight. Let's look at something else. Let's look at. So Daniel Dubois. So I'm gonna give Daniel Dubois a little asterisk by the stoppage, and I'm gonna say first time panic this, but once you get an asterisk from me, like on a stoppage where you just quit and stop like that, then that's it. You don't get another one. Amir Khan gets none. Then he used this asterisk up a long time ago. Kell Brook, none, because he used his asterisk up a long time ago. Who else doesn't get an asterisk by their stoppage? There's some other fighters who just went down like this, and we seen that it wasn't really nothing there. And yeah, you don't get an asterisk. You just get you get one of those. Get your ass out of boxing. Regal gets one. Regal's kind of moving up. I don't think he would ever do that again. and plus Regal's on. He'll be on his way out the game. But fighting really at an older age to be in there, man. Still fighting. Regal like 40 years old, and he's still in there. For small guys, don't usually last as long because they take a lot of punishment on those little bodies. You know, because some of them got a little bit of crack. Yeah. Yeah, but the Floyd bait, I don't know. We're not going to talk a whole lot about it. We'll talk a little bit about now this statement. This is a statement. Remember, I'm still talking about the boxing news, so I'm still in there. So just so y'all know where I had got the information from. So in boxing news, it was talking about Wilder and stuff, and it was talking about Tyson Fury. So the thing is, it says that Tyson Fury can beat Wilder. This is Eddie Hearns talking though. He said Tyson Fury can beat Wilder if he switched on. See, I'm not a conspiracy theorist or nothing like that, but when somebody uses terminology like that, it kind of makes it a conspiracy. And I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying, but if you listen, I think you can grasp what I'm saying about it. Is that, oh yeah, if this guy is switched on, he can win the fight. What does that mean? What does that mean, switched on? What does that sounds like? Some kind of Judge Dredd type of shit, where they had the maniac, where they just turned up the crazy meter on him or something. So that I don't get. And I read stuff. When I read, you gotta cut through the language a lot of times because it's not this specific. And a lot of the time we talk to each other, it seems like it might be something. It might be a form of semantics when you're talking to people. And we brought this up before, but all language in English it seems like it's semantics. But that's what we do though. I understand the way that we mean certain stuff. Like Derek Bailey say, get your ass out there and fight. If somebody just read that, they don't know what he's talking about. He don't know who's getting us out there and fight. They don't understand that that's a general statement that he's making for anybody who's in the boxing game. Get your ass out there and fight. Stop crawling around. And I see what y'all sir wrote down way at the bottom. He said, what about AJ? AJ used his asterisk up a long time ago. Well, I'll tell you what. AJ doesn't get an asterisk, y'all sir, and I'm going to tell you why he don't get an asterisk. The reason he doesn't get one is because all the controversial fights that he had over in Europe. All that when he was stopping the ref and calling timeouts and shit, that was his asterisk right there. That's it. So if you're talking about the S'more Smashdown fight, and if you guys don't know who the S'more Smasher is, you're gonna have to go through and check it out and figure out what that is. The S'more Smasher, before the S'more Smashdown that he took, yeah, he was already on, the asterisk was already there. Yeah. Y'all sir Hussein said, I didn't see him. He said, laughing out loud. And then Derek Bay said, no, they not there yet. They haven't coming in yet. Y'all sir Hussein said, sup, Michael Johnson. Yeah, Michael Johnson might have left. Y'all sir Hussein said, Eagle, you got a like from me. Why you so doubtful? Oh, no. Hey, what I was saying is they do come in. They come in late. They've been holding out. Like sometimes they come in early, soon as the show starts, and then my mods come in, and my mods be like, "How you got the thumbs down already? We just got here." But sometimes they come late. Like, I forgot about Eagle. Let me go give Eagles my thumb down. They're dirty. Yeah. He said no one's seen Fury defend a belt ever, so they don't know what his head's going to be like going into the fight. He is a loose cannon. Well, loose cannon, but my whole thing, and I understand that, and I agree with that statement too, though. But loose cannon. But what does the switch on mean then? He's a loose cannon, but what does the switch on? If you're a loose cannon, and somebody said, well, you switch on the loose cannonness. In other words, be a loose cannon, switch that on. So all I'm saying, my observation or my inquiry is, what is the switch on? That's what I want to know. I want to know somebody's opinion about what Eddie Hearn is saying, that Tyson Fury has a chance, or he'll beat Wilder if he is switched on. I'm like, what do you? Is he under some kind of mind control type of shit? Y'all, that starts to bother me a little bit. What you mean by switched on? And then we should be asking about AJ. Is AJ gonna be switched on? AJ don't have that type of switch. He damn sure got that. I'm a duck and run and not fight you switch. Yeah. He got that I'm not gonna fight you switch. He got that shit turned way on. Yeah. But yeah, you got this guy talking about, and then back to the Paul. Like I said, I don't want to give these guys too much, like the Logan Paul and stuff. But he's talking about making Mayweather quit in 6. I don't know. I don't like anything with 3s and 6s in it, because it sounds like some kind of setup. Nobody picks 8. Nobody picks 7. Nobody picks 5. Or there's always got to be 6s, 6 and 3. I just don't like them 3 6s. I'm sorry, man. And y'all can say I'm superstitious or however you want to say it. It just, anytime something comes up with 11 or 9s and 11, anytime I see those 11s and 6s and 3s, I start shaking my head. I'm like, oh, it's another one of these things. Why does it have to be on 11? You know, I just don't, that's just, in here, it sparks something. I like, because it's deja vu type shit. It stays in here. 11, 3, 6, 9. Why are you saying 3, 6, 9? See? Okay. I just had to throw that out there. Yeah, just a little bit of boxing history that was on there too. I remember, because I remember the Burt Cooper. But I remember Burt Cooper used to try to steal. He had a little shot like Mike Tyson used to do. He used to throw that little body shot to you, that hook and then the uppercut. But you could break his will though. But when he first got in there, he should have been at cruiserweight. But when he got in there with you, he was fighting some big boys. He was fighting pretty good though. He just couldn't mess with Big George though. I remember that though, the Burt Cooper. Yeah. The old Burt Cooper, yeah, he used to have that little cover up style. Yeah. Yeah. And also, because I was reading things that boxing history and boxing related and stuff, and they were saying that, so George Foreman is supposed to have a movie sometime soon too. He's supposed to have a, now that'd be cool to see what it is. You know what I mean? We'll get it. We'll get it. Of course, we're going to get it. We're going to get, we get these fights in, we'll get these movies in, and hopefully we get some of the truth. I mean, George is still with us, so maybe he'll be able to, lean in on there and, tell his side and stuff like that. That'll be interesting. I want to see it. I want to see the movie, but, it is what it is. Some of the stuff is believable and some of it's not. Damn, I had a video I wanted to share, not in here, but I wanted to share. But I'll try to pull it up again, and if I can find it, don't worry, I'll get it to you. D to the Betty, I'll get it to you for sure. Because D to the Betty, he's all about that, the history and stuff like that. But history is so controversial, so much controversy in history, and I know a lot of people get upset, but you gotta really think about what really was going on when they say stuff. Because history, they took stories that were true, and they changed it. Like they might kept the same characters, but then they changed the whole story around about what actually happened. And I was reading one. I was just telling you, I was listening to. And I had heard this before, years ago. I heard it before, even about like the Underground Railroad, which they call it today. They call it a subway. It was that's what it really was. It was, but they made it seem like it wasn't. But it was actually an Underground Railroad. That's what it was. It was an actual railroad, and they still find some of them in different states. They find these things like abandoned a lot of times they might even say it's abandoned mine. It's not even an abandoned mine. It was a railroad. They used to go underground all the way across the United States. But that's not the way that they're taught in history. It's taught a whole different way. It's taught about like slavery and all that other kind of stuff, man. But like I said, you guys got to pay attention to stuff like the wars in Timbuktu and stuff like that, over in Mali and all those areas up in there. You got to look at that, and when you look deeper into that, then things will start becoming clear. There's nothing that really changed, man. If you're an employee, you're an employee. Some people just employed longer, and some people are just employed with lower wages. And that's all I'm saying here. Because if I leave it like that, then people won't say, "Oh, you don't believe in this?" You see, they won't go so crazy. People go crazy when you say certain stuff. Oh, stop it! Stop getting so mad and sensitive, and just do some more research. Because that's all you really need to do, is you need to do a little bit more research. Because if you don't, then that's when you get stuck believing just anything. Oh yeah, and also I know, Derek, that you was choosing Woodley on this fight. Yeah, Woodley's supposed to be doing. I guess he's been. Did he train with Floyd, or he's gonna do? I guess he might be doing some training with Floyd coming up into this fight and stuff. Yeah, they only got a few more days. Yeah, so we're gonna see. Yeah, yeah, we're gonna see what it does though. You guys get in there and get your ass in there and fight. Yep, get your ass in there and fight. Yeah. And so I went over to news now, and of course, I tell you guys where I go, so a lot of these stories, I don't want to memorize the whole stories, but I know which ones to skip down to. And so because we're keeping it like this. Because we were just talking about Dubois, and so now Dubois, he says, which one did I want to read? I know Dubois has a few things that he said. He said one thing about, that he's kind of dismissing the people were saying that, okay, here it is. There's one up here that he's saying, Daniel Dubois is saying, he dismisses the quitter jibes as he looks to move past the Joyce defeat. So, in other words, he's not, well, myself, I just gave him an asterisk. So all the dismissing he can do, all the dismissing the quitter shit, but guess what? Your ass didn't get your ass out there and fight. Like Derek Betty said, you got your ass out there and quit. So don't start we just found your information, but don't start no shit to where you make it seem like, no, I ain't no quitter. Like, don't act like you're all about that action, and then you get in here and quit again or something like that, because then we got to do a show on you. Yeah. So just watch yourself. So don't get to talking too much. Now, we allow you to talk. In Eagles Way, we'll let anybody, you know what I'm saying? We'll let anybody go at it. Y'all know how we do, right? We'll let anybody, you can do this, and we'll let everybody go. You can say what you want to, do what you want to, but don't do something that's controversial after we just watch something happen to you. Don't get your ass knocked out and say that, oh, is this my bad? I kind of slipped. That wasn't really out. I could have continued. Don't do that. Don't do that. Yeah. But he's right. Y'all sure is right, though, about Fury, though. You ain't defended a belt yet. That's the whole thing about Fury. So even if Fury, wins or do whatever, he won't be able to hold his strap for so many defenses. That's it. I don't even know if I see him getting past 4 defenses. I don't even see if he even wins. So he might have to get his ass in there with Ortiz. Yeah. Yeah. Y'all so crazy. He said MTK. He said Ultra. He said forget MK Ultra. Yeah. Yep. Derek Bay says it's only a 6-round fight. Yep. Oh, okay, 6 round. Oh, I thought it was like 8. Oh, that's why he's saying 6. But I still, even at 6, I don't even like that it's 6. It should be 7. They do that so even in exhibition, so they can have a draw. They should make it odd. It should be like a 9 round fight, so they don't come up with some bullshit. Y'all, Sir Hussein said, I hope everyone got a friend's house to go watch the fight for free. He said that wink. I hope no one here buys it. He's crying. Yeah. Well, I should be getting an invitation soon from my brother Derek out there. I should be getting an invitation to his friend's house soon. He haven't emailed it to me yet. But hopefully I get that one soon. Yeah. Some of these fights, man, it's like, and picking on Haney and stuff, man. We already covered that one though, but stop picking on Haney. Y'all stop that shit. And Joshua, get your ass in there and fight. It's hard for me. I can't even do a show. I mean, because without bringing up certain fighters, like I want to bring up. We used to always bring up Bud, but it's hard to even talk about Bud now. It's like, man, you just. Anybody heard anything? Who's Bud with now? If he really, or did he really leave Top Rank? Top Stankers. Yep. Yeah, Mike Tyson always have something new to say. Man, I don't even know if I can deal with Mike Tyson as far as all the stuff he says. And this is Yard Barker. Just to let y'all know, because I'm just going. I just want. I just find certain stuff interesting. It says Mike Tyson. He shares how he did nasty stuff to reduce his jail time. Huh? Now don't ask me what nasty stuff he did because I didn't read it. I'm just letting y'all know stuff that you can go check on. Because some people like that kind of stuff. I'm like, if you did nasty stuff and you're a man, I don't want to know about it. Yeah. I don't know. Mayweather. Oh, Mayweather. Get your ass in there and fight, Mayweather. Let's see it. Let's see it. Yeah, I'm quiet because because everybody's looking at this Paul thing, you know. Like I said, I didn't want to talk about that long. They're looking at how he's a winner because he got in Floyd's head and all this. And I'm like, I don't know. Huh? Maybe we'll see. But this is one thing I want to ask about Jake Paul, not Logan Paul, but Jake Paul. This is what I heard, and I don't know if you guys know this to be true or not, because you know he's supposed to be a YouTuber. But I heard that he never fights anybody that's close to his height. He's never had a fight with anybody who's close to his height or anybody who's even 6 feet tall. I don't know how true that is, but it's something. If you guys keep up with it, something to look into. So we'll see. We will see. Yeah, but AJ, you guys talked about AJ fighting to make it relevant for him to be dismissing Tyson Fury and all that. I don't know, AJ. I don't know if we trust you. You got a whole lot of asterisks all over the place. And Ocho Cinco, if y'all know who Ocho Cinco is, that's Chad. Chad Johnson used to play, I think, for Cincinnati. He was a wide receiver and stuff. Yeah, but he's supposed to try it. I guess Nate Robinson tried it as a basketball player, and it didn't go too well for him. Yep. But we're gonna see what it is. And then Gronkowski, another football player, he's talking about it. Yeah, he's talking about after he retired that he's talking about he wants to go fight because I guess he thinks it's a joke too. Yeah. So we gonna see. Gronk, get your ass in there. He's big enough. He's big enough, but get your ass up in there. But I don't know. Some of this stuff is just so controversial So I don't know what the Paul brothers do. So if that's all you do is fight like small guys, that's what it seems like you guys are doing anyway, fighting small guys. Because Nate Robinson damn sure wasn't. Here's a little dude, right? How big is Nate Robinson's like 5'9"? Something like that. Nate Robinson like 5'9", never had a pair of gloves on in his life. You make him go Nate, and I don't know, man. Did I ever in my life ever dream? Or have any of you guys ever in your life dreamed that these are the conversations, 2020, 2021, these are the conversations that we're having about boxing? Are you kidding me? Yeah. Oh, okay, that's what it is. He said, Jake, oh, yeah, y'all sir said Jake has fought YouTubers and retired MMA fighters 40 and over, with Willie included. Okay, I still think Bud was signed with Matchroom. Yeah, Bud got to do something. Yeah, I would do that right now. It's Derek Bay said. That's what Bud said. Yeah, Bud. I don't know, Bud. You gotta do something, Bud. I don't know, man. You getting poor, brother. Um, God dang, you're not getting the money that you need to get. You better check this. Yeah. Oh wow, you messing with Bob. You got better pay Bob off or something. Yeah. Okay. So this is a thought. So this is a thought. Okay. With the whole Saudi Arabia thing, and having fights over in Saudi Arabia and all this type of madness and stuff. What I'm wondering is why aren't some of these? How come these fighters aren't taking their ass over there and getting to know the people that's over in that area, and maybe getting the contracts and shit with those people over there and get some fights over there. They want the money. You guys want the Canelo money. You might have to take your ass over to Saudi. Let Canelo stay over here ducking and shit. He'll feel embarrassed. Now, okay, so let me put this out there real quick. So Canelo will feel embarrassed. Let's say, for instance, let's say that Charlo got a contract or something like that with somebody over in Saudi, where he was getting a few. Let's say he's getting a huge number. Like let's say huge for him. Let's say 50 million per fight. Canelo can talk all he wants to then, right? Because Charlo can just be showing, just showing him the check. Look, this is what you don't get because you didn't fight me. Oh no, you guys aren't playing. You boxers are not playing your own field the right way. Because it can't just be my mind. Maybe because I'm in advertising. Maybe that's why my mind works like that. Because that's all I think about is new ways of presenting stuff. I'm like, even with my stuff is on such a small scale for my own personal stuff. But I'm planning on doing, I want to be able to do something bigger with my stuff too. I just don't have the time to be messing with people like a bunch of employees and shit like that. So I try to keep it native. But you guys, once I start doing stuff, you guys will be some of the first. You won't be the very first, not the very first, but when I say first, you'll be like within the first group of people, besides people that surround me or something like that. You guys will be the first ones to know about it. Yep. Yeah. But 40 years old, are you kidding me? And retired. Yeah. He said, yeah, he's fighting also. Y'all sir said, that was Derek Beatty, but y'all sir said, oh yeah, I forgot about a retired NBA player for Jake as well. Yeah, 5'9". Yeah, retired basketball player. Are you what? You guys are not seeing the whole scale of this thing. You're not seeing the whole scope. You're writing it down, and you're laughing a little bit. But do you understand how sad that is? That's what we get for boxing now. YouTubers versus 40-plus-year-old retired basketball players, retired football players, retired MMA fighters. That's what we getting now. I hope you're okay with it. I'm not gonna fight. I'm not gonna fight with you about it. Let's go into. I didn't check. The 24 uh, on ringside. I didn't check that out. But yeah, just looking at Donaire again though. But Donaire, man, Donaire, champ again. Okay. Here goes another one. Remember I just told you, Derek Bay, I don't trust this controversial shit. Now we got 911 again. Because it says, and this is ringside 24, it says that Canelo versus Plant for 4 titles on September 11th. There we go, 9/11. Another one of those. They got to keep that in your brain. You keep that in your mind. Yep. 56, 1, 2, 38. And if you guys realize what Canelo, now this one thing I'm going to say about Cinnamon Bun, is this Cinnamon Bun with his record, he is not a high rated, knockout artist. He's gotten some stoppages, he's been getting stoppages lately, but he did not have a high stoppage rate. He's knocking people down and stuff like that, or, outpointing people. He's just not, and people act like he's like this huge power puncher. You better watch him. And maybe he knows that maybe that's what he knew about Charlo. That's why he didn't want to give that to Charlo, because it's like, if I don't put him out, I might be in a little bit of trouble. Yeah. Okay, and then we also got in July. I don't know if y'all know who Mike Perez is, but he's fighting again in July. Yeah, he's been out for 3 years, but he's back. Yeah. And the news is, I'm not reading this off of here, but now that I've seen the name in lights, I have to bring this up. Is that a lot of people, not a lot of people, but I heard that Joshua he's actually scared of Usyk. I'm like, oh my God, are you kidding me? If he's scared of Usyk, he shouldn't even fight. He shouldn't even fight if he's scared of Usyk. Yeah. So let's read this. This is something that, okay, so this just came up. Let's just have a little bit of a read on this. I'll mess up the whole reading, but stick in there anyway, even though I messed the whole reading up, because we're talking about Klitschko's coach was talking about Vasily and Antonelli Lomachenko. The Lomo, bro. He said that the Lomo. He said that are envious and greedy people. And that's Sergey what's his name? Goronovich, something like that. I can't read it. Yeah, so who was responsible for working with sparring partners in the team of the former heavyweight champion Vladimir Klitschko, shared his opinion about the former champion in 3 weight categories Vasily Lomachenko and his father. Said that they just more or less like greed monsters. But they ain't really getting paid like that, though. That's what I don't understand. He said, I don't even know how to say it, and I don't really care whether to offend or not to offend. But they are such people, of course. Damn. He said, I even want to say something bad. He said they are envious, maybe some kind of greedy. I mean, that's just the way he's using the English, because he just don't have the English skills like that. He said the pursuit of medals, regalia. He said there should be clearly, and that's it, in undermining all the weak ones. They have assembled a team there. And Gorod Nachev said in an interview, that's what with Boxing Truth on the YouTube channel. So if you guys want to check out the interview there, it's probably, I don't know if it's subtitles, but it might be subtitles. It probably had to be subtitles on there, but y'all can check it out. It is actually on Ringside 24, so you guys can, if you pull it up, and it takes you, it'll have a link in there. So if you guys want to read about Lomachenko, but I mean, it's just really, is that news that we didn't suspect anyway? That's kind of news that we expected anyway. With these fighters, of course, these fighters are going to be like that. These fighters that's what they do. They're prize fighters. But right now, they diva prize fighters, and everybody seems to, the agenda is the opposite. Well, it should be, right? The opposite of high risk, low reward. So they want high risk, high reward, but what they really want is they want low risk, high reward. And that's the whole narrative. We just summed it up just that quick. So it's summed up just like that. That's what you fighters want. You want low risk and you want high rewards. And when you can't get the rewards, if it's high risk, then see, this is what it is. When it's high risk, they want exceptional rewards. But damn, if it wouldn't have been for Joshua killing it for boxing, and I'm going to blame Anthony Joshua for that, because he killed it for boxing, because you had a chance to take, high risk but extreme rewards, but you didn't want to. High risk but extreme rewards. You could have got high risk but extreme rewards. You could have. Yep. Yep. And I don't know, this was out last month, but I don't know if it's true though. But if they really did strip, you guys know if they really did strip Garcia though. I'm talking about Ryan Garcia because of his little issues or whatever. But it says that Ryan Garcia, that he got stripped, and he was just interim WBC lightweight title. The American won it in January, and we know he beat Campbell by TKO. But Garcia was scheduled to face Javier Fortuna 36-2-1 with 25 KOs in July, but withdrew from the fight, citing psychological problems, which we talked a little bit about. We talked a little bit about that the other day, is that he was talking about psychological problems, but then as soon as Haney fought, he's right there talking crap. It's like, man, stop it. Stop that. You come in, you talking mess like right away, and you already citing that you're mental. We know you mental anyway. He looked, I don't know, he don't really have a fighter look to me. I mean, he's fast and all that, but he just don't. He's like a flash in the pan type of fighter to me. That's what I see. I don't see anything that's, when it comes to longevity about him. When it comes to longevity about him, I just don't see it. Yep. Yeah. Okay. I know I've been talking a little bit. Let me catch up with y'all. Yeah. I'm way behind y'all. Yeah. Whose fault is that? There. Yeah. Y'all sir said I'm not buying it either. Neither are the boxing fans. Yeah. Nobody's buying half of the shit that these fighters are saying, man. He said, but y'all sir said, but you know who is all them people who followed Floyd and Logan? Yeah. That's what it is. And then Derek Brady said, who's scared of Usyk? AJ. Supposedly. I was just reading the article. Yes. Yeah, sure said, Eagle, you got your dislikes. He said, shaking my fucking head. Yeah, I know. It's sad, ain't it? That's sad. That's their life. Whoever it is, and I wouldn't doubt if it's somebody y'all know. It's somebody y'all probably used to mess with. But I wouldn't doubt if it was them. Probably is. Because I ain't getting no denial on it. But yeah, it probably is. AJ apparently at Derek Brady. Yeah, AJ scared. AJ scared of Usyk. AJ, you fucking, if you scared of Usyk, you scared of everybody. Like I said, you don't deserve to be nowhere near heavyweight division. You don't need to be in there at all, brother. You need to get your ass up out of there. Get your ass out, because you ain't going to do what Derek said. Derek said, get your ass out there and fight. Get your ass in there and fight. Put your hands up. Get up in there. It's almost like we got to throw him in the ring like kids. Get your ass in there and fight him. Y'all the same size. Get in there and fight. Yeah, but anyway, Derek Mason, get out of here. Y'all sir who said, yeah, they tried to, y'all sir said they tried to sell the fight. Yeah. Yeah. Derek Mason said, you right, y'all sir. The phantom dislikes has showed up. Yeah, there you go. When you got to do some phantom dislikes, you know your life really does suck. And one of them is still in here, I think. One or two. It's probably only one anyway. I think it's a couple of accounts with one person. Because ain't two people going to show up the same time every day just to do the same thing. And like I said, they're marking themselves. That's how stupid they are. They're marking their own self. Yeah. Because the ones that the ones that analyze, they look at, what's going on. And they see all these people want to get noticed for putting the dislikes. It's stupid. Man's dedicated. Yeah. Y'all sir said man's dedicated at Derek Bay. Yep. Yeah, they definitely dedicated. Derek Bay said they want low risk and high reward and ultimate praise and adulations. That's what it is. But the thing is with the low risk, high reward, they'll take that. Now they'll take high risk, but they want extreme rewards. They don't want regular high rewards. They want extreme rewards. Like Bud and the rest of them. They just all I make is $3 million per fight. But if I'm gonna fight somebody that I know is a killer, you gotta up that to 15. Wait a minute. You ain't no $15 million fighter. You're a $3 million fighter going to fight your 5 fights. But them 5 fights is worse than fighting the top guy in the first place. Because anything can happen. You can get cut in each one of those fights, or some kind of illness or pain. And now you're looking at if it goes all the rounds, that's 60 rounds for 15 million at a lower risk. Think about it. A lower risk with 60 rounds at a lower risk where all you need was a high risk and high reward or ultimate reward. Now, I don't even want to give you ultimate. High risk, high reward for 12 rounds. It make more sense to me. Yep. Yeah. They want low. Yeah, y'all see what Hussein said. I forgot. He said I forgot saying Gil got himself a 3D printer, and he's printing all kinds of stuff. He's a bit busy with that these days. Hence, why we don't see him. It ain't Gil. If you thinking that Eagle, no. I ain't say I don't blame anybody. I said whoever it is they're very. I said you guys might know them. I said they're very weak. You guys have to know them. They had to have come in here, and it might not just be because they're mad at me. More than likely they are. But I don't know. As far as Derek Bailey, I don't know if Derek Bailey put hands on anybody. Yeah. Derek Bailey says he printing guns. Yeah. That's cool if you have a 3D printer. But look, I said you guys probably know who it is. And like I said, I didn't pinpoint anybody. I never spelled anybody else out. But what I said, you guys probably know them. I said they probably, because look, at the same time that I gained like 3 or 4 people to Eagles Way of Boxing, then I lost like about 2. So does that sound kind of, I can go and check and see who I lost. But you guys have actually, put hands on people. Y'all, sorry, I know you put hands on people. And they come in, even if you don't show up, they still come in. They come in when Derek show up. No matter who shows up, they still come in. Or they have been coming in. So I don't know if they're mad at, they might be mad at even D-Lo. D-Lo 404 had to put hands. I think almost every last one of my mods had to touch, has had to touch somebody at one point. I think Derek maybe have too. I thought maybe he didn't, but yeah. But Derek, I think he put a couple of hands on. He had to put some hands on some people. Yeah. Yeah, but I tried to, like the information I put out there outside of boxing, the information that I put out there is I try to throw stuff out there. Like you guys hear me throwing numbers and all that. It's like, why is everything such a coincidence? It's like, and why is everything got to be a conspiracy? Now, think about it. Does it seem like a really conspiracy? Is it somebody conspiring if things just line up a certain way all the time? Does that make sense? If things line up the same way all the time. You know what I mean? If they line up the same way all the time, it's just like, is that coincidence or is that just conspiracy? What is that? Is that really coincidence? Okay, let me ask you this simple question. Y'all sir down at the bar says, yeah, we blocked a few people recently, Eagle. Yeah, he laughing out loud. Yeah. Ask you a simple question. I don't know which one, I don't know when you guys' birthdays are or nothing like that, but just think about, let's say, for instance, you got an invitation in the mail or our own email for you to go, and they was handing out, and you was selected to get a prize or something like that, or just anything, something free. And you get to the place and you're just curious, and you meet somebody, you just start talking and stuff, and they just happen to say, you know what, my birthday's in a couple of days, and you look at shocked, say, oh, wait a minute, my birthday's in a couple of days. Oh, isn't that a coincidence? Because all of you got invited, right? And then you end up, and then somebody overhears you, and they say, well, guess what? That's my birthday too. And then somebody else says before you know it, about 50% of the people in there said that that's their birthday, and you haven't talked to everybody. Would that be so? Was that a conspiracy to think that the other 50% of the people that's left, that's their birthday too? Is that a coincidence, or is it a conspiracy, or is it something that was just set? See, that's what I'm saying. A lot of people just don't get it. They don't get it like that. They always want to say it's speculation or conspiracy or coincidental. It's not a coincidence that a cop at a corner pulls over somebody at the exact same time every day, somebody new, and somebody who's never been through there, somebody with a foreign, not foreign, but out of state license plate or something, that they get pulled over for some kind of infraction, like every day at the same exact time. And somebody who's observing that and is right there sees it. That's not a coincidence. Yeah. But Derek Barry said, it's an odd coincidence. Now, it wouldn't, if that was actually something that was, see, the way I explained that, Derek Bailey, is that that's not even a coincidence. That's something that they set in motion like that. That they made that happen. They invited you, and they invited all these other people based on birthdays. And I'm not trying to give out no kind of, secrets or nothing like that, but a lot of times the way that everything's set up, I'm telling you, man, that's the whole census thing. The way stuff is set up is they know without even checking into your books, they more or less know your economic status by your address. By your address, they know your economic status. And the way people get away from that, people will hide from that. In some cases, people can hide from their economic status. And that is, so what, let's say, for instance, professional, there's been some professional football players, basketball players, boxers, and stuff like that actually just stayed at home with their mom and dad. And see, that throws off the dynamic of, of finding out what your economic status is without doing a little bit of further investigation. You know what I mean? Because then they're going to have to know more about you. Because all they need to know to know a little bit about your economic status is your address. And I'm not saying that is true over there where you live at, Yasser Hussein. I'm not saying that it's true over there, but over here that's true. But there's always, like I said, there's always an asterisk. There's always another way that you can look at stuff. Yeah, there's always another way. So we look at it, we can always say, a coincidental or whatever like that. And I see him up in here. Yeah, they came in here and got their little two thumbs. They came and got their 2 thumbs down. Let me get my 2 thumbs down. I hate them. You guys are so weak. I hate him so much. What did he do to you? I don't know, but I still hate him. Yeah. Yeah, but we're going to see. And I don't know about this little fighter. This little Ali, coming out of Somalia. But we're going to check in. I'm going to see what she's about. Yeah. And also, we got to keep our own on the Buatsi too. I mentioned that I think either this week or last week. We're gonna see what he do because we got to start looking at the up and comers now. The up and comers is gonna show us where this whole boxing is really going though. I like Colbert, like I said. I like Ennis. There's a few fighters I like. Buatsi, I don't know. I have to see more about Buatsi to find out. Just have to see. Have to see a little bit more. Because there you go putting all them eggs in the basket, and what happens to you? You put all your eggs in one basket, and somebody just takes your eggs and throws the whole basket out. That's it. It's like, wow, I didn't know it was going to be like that. Yeah. Yeah. But even in that, when we talk about that, when we talk about the how many fighters we got? 3, 4. I think we're up to 4 fighters now. That were professional fighters. I think we're up to like 4 at least. We're up to 4. Well, we had to be up to at least 2. Actually, we got to be up to like 1, 2. We probably up to like 6, right? So 6 professional fighters just fighting again, doing these exhibitions and stuff like that. They're going over there and getting that Dubai money. Yeah. But a lot of the Brain Injury Association, which I didn't even know it was a Brain Injury Association, they're saying is dangerous for Mike Tyson, come back, because a lot of people, what people are looking at with Mike Tyson is they think he's actually using this platform, and it's not out of the question that he's using the platform that he's using to come back into professional boxing. Oh no, I'm not interested right now. I'm just doing. Well, you guys, if it's true, you guys lowered him out. You guys have lowered him out of retirement because of your antics. And we're not going to cover all your antics because everybody knows what your antics are. And you have brought these guys out of retirement because of your antics. Now, granted, they at this moment are doing exhibitions. But it's not out of the question that Iron Mike Tyson, former heavyweight champion of the world, is coming back to professional boxing on the professional level. It's not out of the question because he may do that. And remember, he was a destroyer because he did destroy a whole lot of fighters. But then they just started getting tougher for him, though, too. I noticed that even when he was in his prime, he still had fighters he had some fighters that can contend with him. They wasn't taking no shit. They wasn't taking no shit. A stoppage. I'm trying to think. There's been some stoppages. I'm not gonna get into those, but yeah, there's been some stoppages that maybe controversial. But then again, that's your corner. Yep. Yeah, but we always got somebody. Oh, that's what I wanted to talk about. So, I still don't know who the shadow is but that's gonna fight, or if Bottle Jack is even gonna get a fight. I still haven't heard. So sorry about that. We'll probably go into the weekend and not have that information, but hopefully we can get the information. But if we don't, it is what it is. But hopefully we can get the information. I'll probably give him the W though. Whoever he's fighting, if he's fighting somebody who's on standby, he's probably gonna get the W. It'll be a good fight though. Bottle Jack is not like he don't have the killer instinct. He's just a strong fighter, decent punching power, but just nice straight punches, and he just comes at you. But he's just like and I don't want to sound harsh, but it seems like he has like the sparring mentality or something like that. Like, I ain't trying to get you out of there. I'm gonna beat you. And a lot of times, it just backfires because he ends up with close rounds and loses rounds and stuff. And I guess the other fight he got a little bit hurt. So, but I'm gonna go with him. Yeah, yeah. So that's what I'm gonna do that. This is too much for us a lot of times in boxing. As far as all we deal with in boxing now is just controversy. This is one of the most controversial sports there is. Yeah, one of the most controversial sports there is. That's all we deal with. It's like, are you kidding me? Another controversy, another controversy, another controversy, another controversy. Stop it. Let's get this fight going. Let's get it on the way. Yeah. And we got another fighter coming out of Dominican too. Out of Dominica's little amateurs. And I want you guys to look out for him. Real fluid fighter. He real fluid and stuff. That's Rohan. Rohan Polanco. Yeah, that's that Polanco. Rohan Polanco. So you're going to see it. When you see the Rohan Polanco, you guys going to know when he coming up. So we're going to see that. Like I said, I'm starting. So who we got? Buatsi and Polano. So we got these people coming up. Polanco. So, and I just want to get them in different levels. So there's certain fighters I want to look at, but I'm not ignoring like Boots or nothing like that, or Corbett. I'm not ignoring them. I'm just overlooking like the Lopez's and the Garcias. I'm just overlooking them because right now they just not doing the right kind of moves. And then our little knockout artist, we already talked about him so much. The Puerto Rican fighter, we talked about him a lot. So I'm not gonna get into him. So he still has to show us something, because it's like, what do you do after the knockout power doesn't work? And so we just seen that, and we've seen that in the past where fighters just couldn't get that knockout, and then they end up getting beat up themselves. So that's one thing. So we're gonna see. We're gonna see. We're gonna see what it does. If it's a good fight, if they start fighting good and all that, and we come up, then it's gonna be great for us. Yeah. And I know over there, y'all, so where you at? I know they show a lot of that stuff. You guys got the Sun over there, right? So I know I'm talking about the newspaper and all that. We used to have the Sun over here too, but that was a long time ago. That was like in the '90s, I think. We may still have it, but that was our newspaper. We had a newspaper called the Sun. It's supposed to be revolutionizing, the way we got news and all that type of stuff. But I never took on that much. But yeah, they're gonna talk about the Paul and all that. So that's another source you guys can go to, the Sun, and we're gonna see. We're gonna see these fights. We got a lot of crap coming up. And I hope I didn't miss none of the good fights that's coming up this weekend, just to be talking about these crappy fights. Okay, because we got fights on Saturday. So all the real fights are on Saturday. Just to let you guys know. The real fights are on Saturday. Let me just make sure I got it. Let me see if I got all the fights for tomorrow that if we talked about. Okay, so we got Daniel Dubois. Yeah, that's UK. So that's with you. So you got that one. And let me see. That's it. That's one. Let me see. Who else we got? Okay, we got David Lemieux tonight too. Zagara, I didn't know that. Did you guys know about that one? Looks like that's in Mexico. Okay, let's see. Let's check it out, man. How come y'all didn't tell me? We got Lemieux tomorrow. I think that's worth looking at, right? See or no? See? No? Is that worth watching? It's 10 rounds. Super middleweights. They both so Lemieux 42-4, and Zagara is 34-4. And that's supposed to be right here. That's we got like about 4 hours for that one. So maybe preliminaries or something like that. We got to look. We got to look at first. So let's see. Let's see it. Yeah, let's see it. Let's see it. And it says on this one, so you guys can see that on FITE, I guess. Guess that's going to be on Fight. FITV. So I got that off of Box. So off of Box Live. So got a few stuff coming up. We got some stuff coming up tomorrow. Got a fight tonight. Got some coming up tomorrow. So there we go. I don't know what you guys feel about none of these or whatever. There shouldn't be no crow eating. So hopefully there's no crow. So hopefully y'all don't be eating crow and stuff like that. And just remember, and yeah, Steve, like I said, Stevenson is actually fighting too, though. So Stevenson is fighting. I think they gave him they gave him a Saturday. So that's right. So that's what I was looking at before. Yeah, Stevenson. So Stevenson fight next week. So that's next week. So we got to be prepared for like the good fights also. We got to be prepared for all this crap. And don't ask Eagle when this shit is going to end, because I have no idea when all this stuff is, all this exhibitions and all that type of stuff. I think they're going to try to start a whole league, exhibition league for boxing. So that's just another thing. And just in case you didn't know, and don't ask me about how true this is, nothing like this, because I'm just going off of news. But I don't know if you guys were you guys probably was babies. Maybe not all of you, but might have been babies. They had a league for football, the USFL, in which you had some Hall of Famers. It was the Hall of Famers from the NFL that was actually in the USFL, and you had some great quarterbacks and some good running backs and stuff that was in that league. I remember them and stuff, but I just wanted to say that they're supposed to be making a comeback. And so that should be right about now. It's either this year, this spring, or next year. And so maybe I'll get back into different sports too. I'm not going to get too serious though, because I would figure like 2 hours of sports in a day is good enough. Just 2 hours. You don't need, some people 8 hours, 12 hours. They have the luxury of working in places. Some people would get stuck at a certain job just because their job allows them to watch fights and shit. That's too much. Nah, or watch sports. I'm like, you're working at a sports bar, you bartending, all you're doing is watching sports. So that's too much for me. I get a headache, man, just watching nothing but sports all day long. Yeah. But Derek Bay said, yeah. Derek Bay said Mike has his own weed company now. Yeah, Mike don't really need that. He trying to get all the money. I got my weed company. I got. I'm an entrepreneur again. He's trying to make the money he used to make. I heard a little bit of his interview where he's talking about that he misses the whole idea. He said he feels weak sometimes. He misses the whole idea of people being scared and anticipating him come through and stuff like that. He said he just don't feel that same way. I guess that's what he misses. But as you age, you're gonna get that. Well, people respect you actually more when you're older. He don't get that. Maybe he hasn't settled into that part. But when you get older, people respect. There's ages where people disrespect you. Like when you're in your 20s, your 20s, early 30s and stuff, people disrespect you. But once you get past that, people don't disrespect you no more. They start calling you sir. They respect you and stuff. They say, oh, he didn't live, he's been living here for a while. And they call you OG because they know you know all them. They don't want to mess with you because they know that you know stuff that, that's why you still here, because you know secrets and shit. They keep you here. But I guess he's missing that. That's why he wants to come back. I don't know if I'm agree with the Brain Institute, because I do agree with them in a certain sense, but there's too many variables. Their skill set, and And there's all kinds of stuff because sometimes you can watch like just like we watched and Derek Bailey seen it himself that we was watching like this trainer that was beating up on somebody who just walked off the street. See now, older trainer or something, they'll beat you up. They ain't got to worry about no brain injury or something like that. The brain, so they don't have to worry about that. But that is based off of like the skill set and what you know. If Mike Tyson fight people that he can stay out of trouble from, then he's not gonna have that kind of a problem. So that's why I can say that you can put an asterisk by a lot of different stuff. So I can still put an asterisk. They have a valid point. I'm not discounting their point, but what I'm saying, it does depend on who your opponent is. Yeah. Yeah. Y'all so said yeah. He had that podcast. I heard he got rid of the original dude. He started it with okay. I didn't know that he got rid of the dude. Yeah, Derek Ray said the white dude. Yeah, Dubois fight. Yeah, Dubois coming up. Yeah, Dubois fighting. And then Derek Ray said and then Derek Ray said I want to see what Lemieux looks like. Lemieux looks like okay, David Lemieux. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, that's tonight. I just put it up. So which one is it? Box Live. Let me see. It is, and they kind of hit him too. They put him down at the bottom. Okay. Hotel Holiday Inn, Morales, Mexico fight. Yeah. So I guess we have to look at that very soon, man. I'm gonna see if you got to pay anything for that app or whatever. Yeah. But it's FITE. Just check them out. We'll check out Lemieux tonight. Of course, I got to go to work, but shit, if it's on the app, I'll get it. I'll get that shit and check it out. Might as well. Yeah. Shakur is on the 12th. Yeah, Shakur is on June 12th. Yeah. And then Shakur is next week. Yep. Yeah, on the 12th. Yeah, that's what Shakur is. Jake Paul is the king of exhibitions. Yeah, Jake Paul is the king of exhibition. Derek Bailey again, he said Steve Young is still getting paid from the USFL. There you go. See, look at that. Steve Young. Yeah, and that's what folded the USFL. But now you got smarter investors. They can do it because there's enough money to make money. Yeah. Derek said they was giving away guaranteed money. Yeah. Derek Bray said, yeah, you have to order it, or you can use the friend pass. Okay, yeah, the friend pass. That's what it is. Yeah, so you can. So like Derek said, you can order it, or you can use the friend pass. All these different things coming back up. We got the UFSL coming back up. We got all these different boxing leagues. I don't know, man. For me, I guess maybe I'm just too traditional when it comes to it, and maybe that's what it is. I'm just too traditional, and I'm just looking at, hey, I want to see professional boxing, I want to see amateur boxing, all these new boxing leagues and all that. They got rid of them before for a reason. They got rid of because boxing was so big at one time. Everybody was doing boxing. Yeah, boxing on CBS, and then after that you had Fox. Before that you had Friday night fights. You had Saturday. You had USA fights. There's just so many different outlets to watch boxing. They still have them, but more is like overseas, and it's a lot of streaming services and stuff like that. But for me, I just old-fashioned just want to sit down, watch a fight. The money's still there. Don't let the pay-per-view get you. Don't get twisted by the pay-per-view. Let the fighters get twisted by that. Oh, you not on pay-per-view? Yeah, but man, you don't know how much money I made. All the money is not generated on pay-per-view. When you say pay-per-view, all you're saying is that the audience is going to pay directly for it. We're not relying on commercials. That's all that means. Pay-per-view, this means that you pay directly to look at it. When something is involved, when there's commercials involved, it's like you may pay for it, but it's going to be a bigger audience, and that's the way they look at it. And I tell you what, I'm not even going out on a limb. if Muhammad Ali was fighting today, let's just say that he was here in his prime, none of the bullshit happened to him. In his prime, he would not have to be a pay-per-view star to make the money. He would still make more money than all these other fighters probably combined, and not even fight on pay-per-view. Can fight on free television. It's not free when you go out and buy the shit, because they're gonna advertise everything up until the fight. They're gonna have you buying all kind of stuff. They're gonna have you buying all kind of stuff before the fight. It's gonna be like, he purchased like $400 worth of shit before the fight. You got parties and everything else. Oh, the Ali fight is free. Yeah, it's free, but it's free for you to get your ass down to the supermarket and get your get a big bag of Ali chips or something. Somewhere they'll get you. Believe me, they're gonna get you. yeah, everyone got paid in the USFL. That's true. Okay, Derek, I'll go check it out. Derek say I emailed you, Eagle. Yeah, I know I got to send you a few things. Oh yeah, that's what I'll do too. Yeah, I'll give you guys, and y'all send me. You gotta send me an email, cause I gotta hit y'all with my cause y'all didn't pay attention last time, and I don't want to throw it out there for my haters. But I'll give it to you guys like in a few minutes. I'll give it to you. Yep. I'll give you the other information that I need to give you. So just look at it that. Just look forward to it. It's gonna come to you. But anyway, man, let's get out of here, man. Friday. Let y'all have a break a little bit. My shout out to all the real people that I see. I see y'all. And my shout out to all y'all that mess with me. That's right. It's Eagles Way of Boxing, man. This is Friday. Nothing but blessings. There you go. Derek Bay said about Ali is the reason they make money now. Yeah, but they not making all that money too, brother. Shit, they ain't making that money. That's why they all crying. Oh, I want $8 million. Shut your ass up. Tell them what to do, Derek Bailey. Tell the fighters what they need to be doing. Hey, what you need to do. Hey, what you need to do. That's right. I changed it up on you. That's right. That's right, my friend. I changed it up. Yeah, but anyway, what you need to do. I told Derek Bailey to let you know what you need to do. What you need to do. That's right. Get your ass in there and fight. Yeah. Make sure you hit me up at y'all, sir. That's right. Get your ass out there and fight. Get your ass out there. That's right, Derek Bailey. Tell him, get your ass out there and fight. Stop trying to hide and shit. Get your ass out there. All right. I'm going to catch y'all, man.